Good morning. How are you today? May God's wonderful mercy be renewed unto you this morning. Let's talk about water. Jesus answered and said unto her, Whosoever drinketh of this water shall thirst again. But whosoever drinketh of the water that I shall give him shall never thirst. But the water that I shall give him shall be in him a well of water springing up into everlasting life. John 4, verse 13 and 14. Jesus is the well of living water, and here in this earth, we need more than anything the water that He offers. But we also need to have good health, besides sunlight, as we saw yesterday, to drink pure water. Pure water is one of heaven's choicest blessings. It is the beverage which God provided to quench the thirst of animals and men. It's an abundant drink. It helps to supply the necessity of the system and assist nature to resist disease. The application of water is one of the easiest and most satisfactory way of regulating the circulation of the blood. Pure water to drink and fresh air to breathe, invigorating the vital organs, purifying the blood, and helps nature in her task of overcoming the bad conditions of the system. Do we see how much of a blessing water is? Water is the best liquid possible to cleanse the tissues. Did you know that? If those who are afflicted would assist nature in her effort by the use of pure, soft water, much suffering would be prevented. This is serious. Many times we suffer with some diseases because we don't like to drink water. The kidneys are affected, the intestines are affected. We have bad mood. We are cranky-pated. Infection in the urinary tract and the more serious problems in the kidneys are all related and can be relieved with the use of water. Water hydrates the skin, invigorates the disposition. Do we realize how important water is? If you unite diligent study of the Word of God with careful treatments with water, we will have good health. We should pray in faith besides the bed of the sick and encourage them to claim the promise of God for themselves. Teach them on the importance of use of sunlight, water, pure air, exercise, of having faith, and a good diet. Water refreshes and is medicine when used in wise ways. When we look in nature, the closer a forest is to water, the more beautiful it is. The refreshing water, welling up in a parched and barren land, causes the desert to bloom. When we talk about water, it's easy to remember the verse that says that Jesus is the living water. God has left us guidance in all things. If water was not important for us to live, Jesus would never have been compared to it. If the sun was not important, we would not have in Jesus the Son of Righteousness. Living water that flows out to give life to the perishing is an emblem of the divine grace which Christ alone can bestow, and which is, as the living water, purifying, refreshing, and invigorating to the soul. May we drink water, use it for our hygiene and for treatments. Remember that Jesus as human was thirsty, and we feel thirsty too. The doctor tells us that when we feel thirst, our system is already dehydrated. Our system is begging for help. We need to drink water before we feel thirst. May we drink always the living water and have the wisdom of making good use of the gift of God, pure water, to have health and enjoy the abundant blessings that He has provided for us, worshiping Him with our whole being. I'll be with you tomorrow. Have a refreshing day.